The mall, I remember somebody asked that question. The process of official opening is part of the things we are doing here today. Unofficially, the mall is open. We have 2 operational banks in the mall already, and a few other people who have actually stocked their shops, and it's also open. Maybe the ceremonial opening of what you're asking for, the day to communicate with you. The involvement of the government in this project is something that I've always been asked about, and I think I've answered this question a whole lot of times. But for the benefit of who asked that question, let me go back and answer it again. Just like he said, the government, first of all, provided the environment to understand, accept, and give us the opportunity to do what we did. If they did not understand what we wanted to do, we wouldn't have done anything. That is first of all. Secondly, we have an agreement through the public-private partnership that gave us the process of acquisition and approvals that we have used to do what we have done at this stage today at the mall. And that is as far as involvement of the government in this is concerned. CheckBest International 100% funded the project to the stage it is today. So financially and technically, it was the brainchild of CheckBest International. The government, like I said, we partnered with them in the acquisition of land, the approvals, the permits, and supervisory units that they have to certify whatever we have done. Some other person asked about the percentage of off-takers we have. I can confidently say that we have 60% off-take at this stage of the construction. The good thing about this is that we actually had about 30% off-takers patronage pre-construction, which is that before we actually put one cement or block of sand in the construction, we have 30% people 30% of the total capacity of what we're building who at that time had already indicated interest in what we wanted to do. One of the reasons I cannot tell you that we are oversubscribed is because we stopped sales so that we can get the construction to the level it is, and at least give everybody the benefit of the doubt that this is possible. When we started this construction, nobody believed it was possible. I remember when some of them saw our architectural designs, they didn't believe it was possible. They thought it was a computer-generated concept that we brought just to deceive anybody. When we started the construction, I know somebody actually told me that I was doing a foundation of a 4-story building, and I tell them that I'm building a 1-story building for shop. I was accused of trying to turn the place into a residential building, sometimes even a hotel, and all those things. So we would have been oversubscribed, but it was a deliberate corporate law to stop sales, get the construction completed, and create that confidence and credibility, which we have done, and has made what we are here today possible. Management of the mall. CheckBest International, through the company we created, Edinburgh Mall will manage the mall post-construction. So it's not going to be managed by the government. Edinburgh Mall has a management team, a facility management team that is going to manage this mall. And they are going to do this at the best international standards you can get in any place. So basically what you see in Edinburgh Mall today is hopefully what you see in the next 10, 20 years, or better by then, because we put a whole lot of things in place so that the world will be managed in the best world class possible standards you can get from any other shopping mall all over the world. So Edinburgh Mall has a facility management firm that will handle the management of the mall and the facilities. Then somebody asked about the accessibility of the mall. CheckBest we applied to the government and we were granted the right to do Dapodio Road, the bad portion that is from Green Street up to East Street. We actually started that construction, but why we stopped the construction? Because we were affected by the NSAS protest that they did. Edinburgh Mall, like you saw today, was at least 80% destroyed. We had to kind of rebuild everything from scratch. Part of our equipment, including machinery, was what we were using to do the Danfodio Road. We had at least almost finished it before that outbreak came. So I stopped it so that I can at least fuse the whole funds that I have into getting the mall itself completed. And since we've gotten to this stage, from late November, or say from the mid-November, we'll go back to Danfodio Road and finish it. Because already we have the approval of the government to do that road as part of our social corporate responsibility, and would have been done by now if it wasn't for those outbreaks. So I can assure whoever, I can't remember who asked this question, that we're going back by mid-November to complete that road so it could have additional access. That being said, I also approached the government to help and reconstruct the major roads around there, and they graciously agreed that School Road, Lassie Street and Green Street will be done as soon as the rain subsides this year. So I'm also hopeful that from mid-November to ending of 2021, the government will move inside and clear up those roads and make it better than it is now. It has accessibility. It's not as if the place is landlocked or you don't have access to the place. It has accessibility, but it could be made better. One of the areas why I believe the government they can do that is because of Echie Road. When we started, Echie Road was just like any other road around it, but we approached the Ministry of Works then, and they did it and have done it very, very well. So I believe when they say they are going to replicate the same thing to Green Street, Green Street to Lassie Street and School Road to make that area accessible, that they're also going to do. And what they're also doing in Mungwa Road will also help in creating access to the same place and the one Amelogu Bridge, which will now open up the whole area to Obwa Hill. So I think government on this side is doing what they are supposed to do, what they promised they're going to do. And JetBest will also fulfill what is also obligated himself to do as part of our corporate social responsibility before the year runs out. Somebody asked about the rates of shops. I know that the president has put in some word about it, but I also need to let you guys know that we also have a mortgage facility in place that gives whoever cannot afford our rates at present a chance to still buy shops, but at his own pace and at a much longer period. So there's a mortgage facility in place. We actually have 2 banks who can provide those mortgage facilities for 24 months for whoever applies for purchases of the mall. We as a company also have a schedule of payment that also gives any prospective off-taker a chance to do his payment or her payment through a 3-stage payment structure. So we've also made it easy for whoever that wants to get a job to come and buy up shops without putting the whole lump sum in place. I know that the president have answered about the rates of the expo, which will be made available to the general public after this. What we needed to do was first of all inform the general public about what we intend to do. That will precede it, giving you the rates and the numerous sizes and everything, all the things that will come with what we are trying to do.